Earth. It's home to around 7 billion humans, all of which were born on the planet, and most of which will likely die on the planet. Very few of them will ever get to leave the rock they call home, and of the ones that do, they will only leave for a short period of time. But this is us, in our tiny blue marble, orbiting the sun at thousands of meters a second. In fact, this picture is of all of us. Yes, every single person alive today. You and I are in this picture, assuming you were born before January 1st, 2016. And sure, neither of us are visible in this picture, and you might have been on the other side of the planet when this picture was taken. But that's the thing. We are so inconceivably small. We are small compared to our planet, and our planet is small compared to other planets. And those planets are small compared to stars, and those stars seem ridiculously small compared to entire galaxies, and those galaxies are just a tiny dot compared to the literally incomprehensible size of our ever-expanding universe. But despite that, there's a lot of nothing out there. Nothing for a really, really, really long time. After all, there's a reason why we call space, well, space. To put that into perspective, try looking at the night sky. Think about the distance between the star you're looking at and yourself. Now, consider this. That star you're looking at, well, that could be thousands of light years away, meaning that light, the fastest thing in the universe, would have had some 1,000-year journey through the endless vacuum and void just to reach your eyes. In fact, that star could be so far away that it might not even exist anymore. What you see may merely be a reflection of what was, but not is. Maybe to some alien species somewhere in the universe, that star in the sky, that could be ours, our solar system, and maybe far after we are gone, an alien species with their telescopes could look towards our planet and see the beautiful bright cities and massive monuments that we've built. But hang on, we're getting a little ahead of ourselves. For one, we don't know if anything is even out there. And if there is, what are the chances that we could communicate and maybe one day travel there? The thing about space is that everything is really, 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 really far away from us. Pretty much anything outside of our solar system is out of reach. To humans, at least. But what about probes? Technology has gone a long way since the launch of the first man-made satellite, Sputnik, in 1957. And new technologies like solar sails could theoretically make it possible for probes to reach interstellar bodies within our lifetime. This feat is accomplished by the solar sail's ability to go to near light speeds. And this, coupled with a few other up-and-coming technologies, could be a viable way to reach other solar systems and go interstellar. Plans to send ultra-small solar-sailed powered probes to Alpha Centauri, the closest star to our solar system, are already on the way. With solar sails, space probes will be able to theoretically reach Alpha Centauri within 20 years, assuming that they are going 1/5 of the speed of light, which is the top speed for a solar sail. So that's 4.2 light years traveled in 20 human years. But remember, this is just for probes. So we know it's possible for microscopic probes to reach interstellar travel. But what about humans? Keep in mind that in order to send humans to space, especially for an extended period of time, you'll need a lot of room to move around in, and also a lot of supplies. As well as that, there are a lot of other issues that we have to overcome before we can send humans out to space for long periods of time. We're still testing what effects zero gravity can have on humans and how the climate of space affects us over long periods of time. Keep in mind, at this present time, we are yet to send a human to another planet, like Mars, let alone send them into interstellar space. Voyager 1 is currently the furthest and fastest human-made object in space. Assuming we are wanting to send humans to interstellar space in a similar fashion, it would take us 40,000 years to reach Alpha Centauri. And remember, we're talking about the closest star here. Who's to say that a planet fostering intelligent life is even close to us? Who knows, perhaps there's an intelligent alien species alive right now on the other side of the universe, but our technology just isn't strong enough to pick up their signals yet. Or perhaps an alien race did exist, but does no longer. Or perhaps we're just a little too early. Maybe there is an alien civilization, but they just aren't as advanced as us. Or perhaps, most scarily, we're the only ones here. It seems so bizarre that within this ever-expanding universe of ours, we may be alone. Even if we did find intelligent life, it would be unlikely that we'd ever be able to reach it, even if we were going at the speed of light, and trying to communicate could take thousands and thousands of years, with each message taking centuries to reach, and their responses taking centuries to reach us. It would be like messaging on Internet Explorer. So at the very best, it is extremely unlikely that we'll be able to find and communicate with alien life. The stars would literally have to align for such a thing to happen. We are looking for a kraken in a sea full of fish. We don't know if anything is out there. That is the only fact. One of the worst punishments administered by prisons is isolation. Solitary confinement. Realizing that we might be alone could be the hardest truth to swallow. Because in this unique solar system of ours, with our unique planet of ours, shared by the unique species of ours, we, in a sense, are by ourselves. It's just us on this little blue marble of ours, doing our own thing, minding our own business, going around with our day-to-day activities, like watching videos and subscribing to YouTube channels. So we may be alone, but I want to give you a bit of hope before this video ends and you go watch our other videos and like and share them. Imagine going back 500 years and going up to the first person you see. Imagine pointing to the sky and telling him or her that one day humans will land on that bright white rock floating above in the sky. What do you think his or her reaction would be? Of course, concepts like fuel, engines, aerodynamics, rockets, solar sails, computers, complex lightweight metal alloys, and other things would be unbeknownst to him, but what do you think his reaction would be? Now, chances are, he probably wouldn't believe it, or at least would be skeptical. His mind would be unable to comprehend how such a feat would be possible. Likewise, in the same way that a random stranger living 500 years ago wouldn't believe that we could land on the moon, we are unable to conceive how we could travel hundreds of thousands of light years away to a distant planet, and maybe, possibly, one day meet intelligent life. But even if we don't, even if we never put humans into interstellar travel, even if all of that doesn't happen, we can at least take some sanctuary in knowing we have taken the greatest selfie in history. Thanks for watching.